Hello and welcome to ADHD TV with me, Jo Richards. And so today's video is about love and connection. And connection serves as the foundation for everything in life that really matters. And so it's the driving force, and that combined with love are the heart of what life is. And so if we can find out what it is that we love, we can really make sure that we are tapping into the ADHD interest brain and tapping into the passion that drives our nervous system and just helps us to create a much more beautiful, happy ADHD life that really is in alignment with our ADHD brains and everything that helps us feel connected, feel fulfilled. And so when I talk about love, I don't just mean romantic love. Obviously, there's love of family, love of friendships. There is romantic partners. There's love of books, love of musical instruments, love of a subject, love of a philosophy. There are so many ways and things that we can look at when we're thinking about love and connection, and what really helps us to create a really fulfilled, happy life. And so it's kind of broadening our understanding and our lens. And I think there are so many reasons why it's so important for us to have an ADHD diagnosis, because we can then begin to understand who we are and that we do have an interest-based nervous system and what drives us and why we have behaved maybe historically, because I was 47 when I discovered it was a really eye-opening experience to go, that's why I jumped into different jobs, always trying to find something that I loved, something new, something exciting, not realizing it was the ADHD blueprint of my brain that was driving this behavior. And I know I spent a really long time trying to answer the question of who am I and what do I like. I did a book when I was 25. I was really lucky to come across a book called Build Your Own Rainbow. And I was really lucky because one of my friends arranged it so I could stay with her friend. And unbelievably, she lived in Barbados. And I used to work out there. That was one of my jobs. And that's how we all met. And so I went for 3 weeks to stay with my friend's friend, who I'd never met before, but we've got ADHD, why not? And we had the most amazing 3 weeks. She was such a wonderful person. And I had other friends who lived just down in Christchurch, the other side of Bridgetown. And so I took this book to Barbados and I sat and went through page by page, trying to understand who I was and what I was doing, because I just kind of felt really lost. And I jumped from so many different jobs and I just didn't know what I loved. And it came out with a list of things at the end, because you do all these like psychometric tests and blah, blah, blah. And one was accountant. I was like, oh my gosh, there is no way. Numbers are like my nemesis. Not knowing I had dyscalculia and dyslexia while I was sat there doing this book. But I do use I love spreadsheets, but I use them as my memory. I don't use them. I'm not sat down doing accounting. The other one was army, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, there's no way. It's so restrictive and you cannot tell me what to do. My ODD will kick in and I will not be having any of it. So that wasn't right either. Police was another thing. And I was like, oh, there's no way. Now, my grandfather, yes, I was thinking it was great-grandfather, but no, he was my grandfather. He was a police officer at New Scotland Yard in London. But I was just like, no, I've always been interested, and I love the fact that they're protecting people and, all the things about, and that there is law and order and there's justice and we need to do the right thing. And so it ticks all of those ADHD-nesses that I didn't realise at the time. But I was like, no, I don't want to join the police. And then what then came up was dance, drama and singing. And honestly, I could feel the fireworks exploding in my stomach, popcorn in my brain going off with loads of ideas. And I went down and spoke to my two friends, Claire and Ian, and said, I'm going to go and retrain as an actress. And they were like, oh my God, finally. And Claire gave me her Shakespeare book and signed it with a beautiful message, and off I went. And I went and did my drama degree at the ripe old age of 25. So, and I was a jobbing actress for 9 years. I loved it. I still do a little bit now, not very much. As you can tell, I like to do TikTok videos. That's scratching my presenting itch. So yeah, the skills I learned doing that were just so invaluable. So just find what you love and then just go and do it. And if you can get paid, you're going to be so happy. Take care.